Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Brian Fagioli. Checking out a new product from Kensington. This is the SlimBlade Pro Trackball. As we can see here, it is for Windows and Mac OS. Do even more. Download Kensington Works, whatever that is, some kind of software. Take a look at the back here. So this can be used wired or wireless, which is cool. So you can connect it wirelessly with Bluetooth or using the included USB dongle. But then you can also use it as a wired device as well, which is cool. Rechargeable battery provides up to 6 months of battery life with a single charge via the USB port. So you can plug this in to charge it and at the same time be using it as a wired connection. And then when you disconnect it from charging, you can then use it as a wireless device as well, which is cool. Ambidextrous design. So this can be used either right or left-handed. Low profile footprint. Nice. And we see here what's included in the box. So we have the actual device itself, the cable, which I believe is a USB-C to USB-A cable. Then we have a to C adapter to connect it to a USB-C computer, which is weird because usually it's the other way around. You have like a USB-C to USB-C cable, and then you have a dongle that goes from that turns a USB-C into a USB-A. This is the other way around, and I'll show you guys that when I unbox it. So it's kind of unique that way. And you also see there's a dongle in the box as well. So to open this up, we're gonna have to cut some tape. So we'll take our knife here and just slice the tape. And there's more tape over here. And is there any tape down there? I don't think so. Is that it? That's it. So just tape on the top. And anything else in the box worth looking at? Some addresses and phone numbers. And some of you younger folks may not be familiar with Kensington as much, but I mean, they've been around forever making accessories and different things. So it's a very well-known company. So I expect this to be a very high quality product. Let me adjust the camera here a bit. So now this is open, we can take a look. So right here we have the trackball. And we'll put that to the side. We have some cardboard. I'm gonna get rid of that. We have the cable. We have, let's see, is that just the adapter? And let's see, I don't see the dongle, but I'm guessing it may be inside the trackball itself. Like maybe it hides inside of it. And then we also have some books. So the cardboard I'm gonna get rid of. And let's just take a look at these books. So just a little guide here about the trackball, how to use it, how to connect it. Then we have the personal communication FCC interference statement, blah, blah, blah. You get a 3-year limited warranty. You have some info here and a notice about the rechargeable battery, whatever. Okay. So then we have the cable to connect this. So as you can see, it is USB-C to USB type A. And so let's say, so the USB-C is going to go to the actual device, meaning that this USB type A would go to your computer. So most computers do have USB type A, but it's becoming less of a popular port for new computers that might only have USB type C. So what would you do if you only had USB type C, but you want to use this as a wired device? Well, in that case, you would use this little dongle here, this little adapter. I can open up the packaging without cutting myself. Okay. This little device here will turn a USB type A port, USB type C port into USB type A essentially. So if your computer only has USB type C, you would plug it into this. And now this is a C to C cable. Okay. So without further ado, let's look at the actual trackball itself and see if the dongle is in fact with it. So we have a little sticker here that says, what does this say? Attention. Upside down. Attention. Before use, remove white shipping guard from under ball. Okay. Oh, that. So, or you just pull that up and it comes out. So the ball actually just comes out. It's a ball that you physically moved, and it's going to hit these optical sensors on the inside. So there's the trackball. And to navigate, rather than some trackballs use a thumb, right? Where like you kind of click and then you have your thumb. This is basically designed to be as a whole hand. You can navigate like this. So why would somebody want this? Well, there are some people that when they learned computers many years ago, trackballs were pretty popular and they got used to it and they just swear by them. They just want to use it. This could also be good for someone with a handicap that maybe has trouble with their arm navigating a mouse. With this, you can kind of move the mouse pointer with this ball, and then you have your right and left clicks. So you would navigate and click. So there are different use cases for why you would use a trackball. This is also good for when there's not a lot of desk space. So let's say you need a pointing device, but you don't have room to be moving a mouse around. This in a very small desk could go right next to the keyboard, and you could navigate like this without having to move around. So there's definitely pros and cons to a trackball. So let's just take the ball. It's gonna roll away there. Let's put that to the side for right now. So we see here there is a switch. So now it's on for Bluetooth. So I'm trying to figure out how this, so Bluetooth, so it's a confusing switch. So it's showing that, like, I guess when it's like this, is there a middle? It might be like, okay, this way, one way is wired. This is probably like the dongle, and then this way is Bluetooth. This looks kind of like Bluetooth. So it's like Bluetooth, and then the middle is probably the dongle. It's a little confusing there. Let's see, there is the dongle. So the dongle is on the bottom, and it is a USB type A dongle. Again, this is only USB type A. Could you, in theory, use this with this? I guess so. I don't see why not. This could probably work. So if your computer only has USB type C, but you want to use the dongle over Bluetooth, you can do that. Oh, flip that over. Why would somebody want to do that? Well, I'll tell you, as a Mac owner, I have a Mac Mini. The Bluetooth on the Macs, for whatever reason, is very finicky. So it often works better with a pointing device to use a USB connection, like a dongle, for a wireless mouse on a Mac, as opposed to a Bluetooth mouse. I don't know why Apple can't get that right. But there are different things. Also, if you want to use this, let's say, in a system BIOS with a computer, you usually can't do that with Bluetooth, but with a dongle you can. So there are cases where you might want to use the USB dongle over the Bluetooth wireless connectivity. This feels like a really nice trackball. As you can see, there are some feet on the bottom, some rubber feet that will keep it from moving around. We have a serial number there. This is the SlimBlade Pro trackball. Very basic product. Let's look around the back. So we have USB Type-C. And this is going to be used for charging as well as connecting to your computer if you want to use it as a wired device. Over here, oh, we have a DPI button. Is it just a button or a switch? Just a button. So put the trackball in here as well. And I think there are some things you can do, like this is like, to navigate the mouse pointer, and you have your right and left click. But I think there's also some things you can do, like with scrolling. I don't know if the book has, let's see, some details. So we have middle click, left click, right click. Okay, so yeah, okay, so I actually had that wrong. So it's not left and right click. So you have down here with your thumb, so you would navigate with your index finger, right? Then you would left click with your thumb, and you can right click here. Then up here you have, would be middle click. So like a lot of people, middle click was back in the day, some mice had 3 buttons. Nowadays, it's when you like click in on a mouse wheel, that's usually considered like a middle click. For like, let's say you're in Google Chrome and you middle click on a link, it'll open it in a new tab, things like that. So this would be a middle click. And then up right, backward compatible. What? Back? Just says back. Or just go back, I guess. So if you're in a web browser and you want to go back, you hit that. I would probably wish that was reversed. I think like going back, I always think that way, left for whatever reason. And then middle click, like I would probably be better up there. But I'm guessing that you could change these buttons up and customize it for yourself. So yes, you can use the dongle. So yes, the dongle can be used with the adapter, as can the actual wire. And then, okay, so here we go. This is what I was looking at. Move the cursor. So you move the cursor, obviously, just like so. But then it shows that you can scroll up and down. And I don't know if that is the actual ball or this ring around it is like some kind of a touch sensitive thing. But it shows here that you can go like this and scroll. I don't know if they're turning the ball, because I don't know how it would know whether you're like turning the ball or navigating. So I want to assume that this is maybe like a touch ring. Awesome. Let's see here. And it shows, what is that showing? To remove the battery, I guess, to replace the battery. If it ever goes bad, you take off the feet. Well, that's pretty cool. Most devices don't show you how to replace a battery like this, but it does show that you can remove the feet, take out all the screws to get access to the battery, which is good for the environment. You don't want to have to throw these things away when the batteries go bad in, 10, 15 years or something. But nice, this is really cool. So if you are somebody that likes a trackball, this seems like a home run. I mean, really, really nice. Has 3 different connectivity options. You have 2 types of wireless. You have a USB dongle or Bluetooth, and you have a wired option. The other good thing about using wireless and Bluetooth is if you're a Linux user, for instance, and you want to, and again, Linux is not listed out of the box as supported, but it should just work as a pointing device. But let's say you were dual booting Windows and Linux. If with a Bluetooth device, you're constantly having to repair. Some devices have multiple Bluetooth buttons, but for instance, you could leave the dongle in and Bluetooth, and when you boot into, like, let's say Windows, you could use that. There's just many different options you can use by having all these different connectivity options. But this is the Kensington, I'm going to get the product name right here, the Kensington SlimBlade Pro Trackball. And there we go, folks. All right, thank you so much for watching the video. Have a great day.